11 News starts with breaking news.
Breaking at noon, Chopper 11 over a car that was just pulled from a lake in Westmoreland County. This is off of Latrobe Crabtree Road in New Alexandria. You could see less than an hour ago, the car was almost completely submerged. No word yet on any injuries or how the car crashed. As soon as we learn more, we'll break back in. Also breaking, the Allegheny County Health Department just released its update on new coronavirus cases.
11 new cases, Gordon, reported in the county since just yesterday. The total now stands at 1,235. 8 more deaths have been reported. 87 people have died from the virus. 58 of those deaths have been at long-term care facilities. The health department says 257 residents and 84 staff members at 31 long-term facilities in Allegheny County have tested positive.
And the state health department just released an update. There are now more than 43,000 COVID-19 cases with more than 165,000 negative test results. The numbers are now coming in to look for county-by-county cases in this newscast.
Also breaking at this hour, a Pittsburgh Public Schools volunteer has tested negative for COVID-19. We told you this past weekend about the potential case. That volunteer had been helping to pass out laptops and instructional packets to Pittsburgh Malayan students. While waiting for the test results, that school was cleaned, but again, thankfully, that volunteer does not have the coronavirus. A developing story that we're following: at least 4 people were hurt when a ceiling collapsed at a senior living facility in Washington County. The ceiling fell in a patient's room just before 9:30 last night at the Grove at Washington in Canton Township. At first, crews couldn't get inside. 4 people were in that room. They were taken to a local hospital to be evaluated. We're working today to find out exactly how they're doing and what caused that collapse.
Clouds right now with on and off showers throughout the day. Meteorologist Danielle Dozier is tracking the rain from home.
Good afternoon, Gordon. It's a cloudy day today. That's why I hope you got out and enjoyed the sunshine yesterday. We're going to keep it cloudy as we take a look over the city. We're going to have occasional showers in the forecast as well. Temperatures ranging from the upper 40s and low 50s will climb into the upper 50s, close to 60 degrees today. I will be tracking those showers from time to time, as well as the cooler temperatures and the chance for some thunder later on this evening. Our storm tracker maps for the rest of today starting about 1:30 in the afternoon. You can see a little green here and there, but not a washout of a day, so go about your plans, but I'd have an umbrella with you just in case. We do have that chance for some thunder tonight, and I'll have that for you and the timing coming up.
The number of Port Authority workers who have tested positive for COVID-19 continues to go up. An 11th employee at the West Mifflin garage has tested positive for the virus. The worker has been in self-quarantine since April 20th. This is the 9th case at that garage. The entire facility has been deep cleaned and sanitized twice in the last 2 weeks. Bus drivers are enforcing new rules to comply with the new state health order. Riders without face coverings will be questioned by the driver, and the bus will not continue until that rider in question covers their face. People citing health reasons, though, will be exempt.
Allegheny Valley Health Network is now providing field testing for the virus. Those tests will be done Tuesdays and Thursdays from 9 to 4. Only patients with COVID-19 symptoms who have a doctor's note will be tested. Results will be available in 5 to 7 days. 17 people were tested at AHN's testing site at the Heights Plaza Shopping Center in Natrona Heights on Friday. Health officials say testing is key in getting some sort of control of the virus before a vaccine becomes available. The White House has unveiled a national blueprint for ramping up testing across the country. The new testing targets would ensure states have enough tests available to sample at least 2.6% of residents each month. That's a percentage some states have already reached, but not Pennsylvania. PA has tested only about 1.5% of its population. Areas that have been hit harder by the virus would be able to test at double that rate or higher, according to the White House.
New at noon, some good could come out of this pandemic. A Pittsburgh councilwoman says it has highlighted housing problems. Channel 11's Lori Hoy got a closer look at a plan to make sure everyone has a safe home.
City officials say housing discrimination in Pittsburgh has become more prevalent during the COVID-19 pandemic. But there's new legislation that would expand protection for refugees and immigrants.
This is racism, and it has no place in our city.
Pittsburgh City Councilwoman Erica Strasburger is sponsoring the new bill on housing discrimination that city leaders introduced during a virtual news conference. Since the pandemic began, the Pittsburgh Human Relations Commission has experienced an increase in complaints. Complaints where landlords denied a person housing based on their perceived immigration or citizenship status. City code already prohibits housing and public accommodation discrimination based on race, sex, and religion. The new bill expands on that.
People all over the city of Pittsburgh are already facing extraordinary levels of stress right now. Discrimination and harassment should not be added onto that already heavy load.
We're finding out when the new legislation will be voted on. More details tonight at 5. From Pittsburgh, Lori Hoy, Channel 11 News.
There are fewer inmates in the Westmoreland County Prison. Our partners at the Trib say the number is down by nearly 30% over the last month. Jail officials say the move is an effort to prevent the spread of COVID-19. At the start of March, there were 613 inmates. Now there are 437. That's a difference of 176 inmates. Efforts have included expedited guilty pleas, bond reductions, and fewer arrests.
Hospitals and surgery centers in Pennsylvania are allowed to perform elective surgeries once again. They have been on hold since mid-March. State officials gave the all-clear yesterday as long as hospitals stay prepared for a potential COVID-19 outbreak. UPMC has said it was preparing to start surgeries again. Allegheny Health Network will be moving forward starting this week. Small businesses relying on the latest rescue package have hit another snag. The online application portal crashed just minutes after opening due to the overwhelming demand. Channel 11's Jacqueline Fell takes a closer look at the problems.
The president is scheduled to address the nation later this afternoon about the small business aid program that's the signature of his administration. The Paycheck Protection Program relaunched this week with an infusion of $310 billion. But small business owners say the relaunch has been just as chaotic as the first round of funding. The online application program crashed just minutes after opening on Monday and was basically inaccessible for most of the day. It's been a headache for owners desperate to keep their businesses afloat during the pandemic.
As long as I'm still paying my staff, I know that feeling where you're feeling like you're failing them if things aren't going well.
Funding is aimed to help small businesses keep the lights on and keep their workers on the payroll, especially as unemployment reaches unprecedented levels during this outbreak. Critics say there isn't enough oversight in the program to ensure funding is getting to small and medium-sized shops and not just big businesses. Reporting outside Washington, Jacqueline Fell, Channel 11 News.
Community colleges may see an influx of students this fall because of the coronavirus. According to the Trib, many students are rethinking their college choices because schools like Pitt are getting ready to have part of their fall semester online. Pitt says enrollment is down because of that. Community colleges are expecting the opposite. Some guidance counselors say if the fall semester is going to be online, community college might make more sense to save more money. We have continuing coverage of the college changes and what to expect when the state starts reopening online now at WPXI.com and the WPXI News app.
A Pittsburgh police officer was hurt in a cruiser crash. Another car hit the cruiser as the officer was leaving the Zone 5 police station in East Liberty on the way to a call this morning. The officer was treated for a minor shoulder injury. Police say the other driver complained of shoulder pain but did not need to be treated. That crash is under investigation. We have new information on what prompted a SWAT situation in the East Hills this morning. Pittsburgh police say they got a shot spotter alert about gunfire on Sickles Street around 3:30 a.m. They found shell casings in front of a home, and as a precaution, SWAT was called in to search the area. No shooters were found, and no one was hurt.
An attack in Braddock caught on camera, and now police are trying to identify the people involved. You can see a large group of people there, including one man who jumped on the car, another who hit the car with a bat, It's happened April 19th on Braddock Avenue. Police aren't sure if the driver was inside at the time, but they believe the drivers of each vehicle got into an argument and then raced through the streets before crashing here. No arrests have been made yet, but police say charges will be filed.
Look at that mess. This landslide has closed Route 837 between the McKeesport-Duquesne Bridge and Ravosburg. That is about 2.5 miles. The next step is for geotechnical experts to inspect that hillside. Meanwhile, the city of Pittsburgh is fixing landslides in 2 different neighborhoods. First, contractors are tackling the slide along Forward and Commercial Avenues in Swiss Elm Park. And contractors are also working on a slide along Arlington Avenue in Allentown. The city says workers will follow the state's guidelines on social distancing as they fix these slides.
New details on Levine Furniture. The former owner has made good on his promise to workers when a deal collapsed to buy the business last month. Robert Levine promised he would not forget the 1,200 workers left behind. Our partners at the Trib learned checks with a letter from Levine began showing up at former workers' mailboxes last week. The note read, "I can't express how heartbroken I am for the disappointment that occurred when I was unable to buy back the company."
That's so nice. A surprise move by the governor. Some outdoor activities like golf can start back up. What business owners are doing to get ready.
Earlier this month, we heard about cats infected with coronavirus. Now, the first dog. The symptom the owner noticed when she knew something wasn't right. And the state shutdown continues to impact local animal shelters. One local shelter's plea for help.
You're going to find anything else like the breaking news desk in Pittsburgh. You're going to get breaking news as it's happening.
We have an anchor now dedicated to following the latest information as it comes in.
That is a resource no one else has. So if you see me on the breaking news desk,
WPXI Now, your source for original local shows, Steelers, Penguins, Pirates, and more. The hottest Pittsburgh sports topics with even hotter opinions. Halftime adjustments. Wednesday nights at 7:30 on WPXI Now. Make sure you know everything happening in the morning. Watch Channel 11 Morning News.
The furries will not be coming to Pittsburgh this summer. Anthrocon canceled its annual conference because of the pandemic, and this is a big hit for the city's economy. Each year, the convention draws in thousands of people from across the country. Last year, they spent nearly $9 million over the weekend. A lot of people are going to be watching Danielle's forecast this week now that restrictions on several outdoor activities are being lifted.
And small business owners who are going to be open for the first time in weeks are very excited. Channel 11's Amy Hudak found out the governor's announcement was unexpected and is being seen as a sign of success.
I'll tell you what, golf is, they know this is like a little vacation from our life, and we all need it.
Phil Scally never expected Governor Wolf to give the green light for golf courses, marinas, and private campgrounds to reopen this Friday.
And all of a sudden, my phone started ringing off the hook, and texts were coming in all left and right. I'm going, I got it.
Scally says he's been watching his family-owned business lose revenue for a month to golf courses in Ohio and West Virginia.
We actually sent out an appeal, and we never heard back from the state.
He now has 3 days to figure out how to best protect customers when it comes to paying in the main office and sanitizing equipment. Scally's has already set up for social distancing with 10 feet between each bay. Josh Danino, the general manager of Moon Golf Club, walked us through the new normal on the links.
Well, we're going to be required to only permit one rider in carts.
And forget cash.
You'll have to prepay your time or pay over the phone, use a credit card, things like that.
It's a sign of progress and hope for businesses from golf courses to marinas that summer isn't all lost.
Take advantage of the fresh air. I think it's good for our health, and mentally it really does make a difference.
Many of these golf courses say they've already lost an entire month of revenue that they budget for. Scally's, for instance, says without that small business loan they got, they likely wouldn't have made it through the year. Amy Hudak, Channel 11 News.
Your phone could be used to decide when to reopen parts of Pennsylvania. Over the last several weeks, we've heard state leaders talk about contact tracing. They touched on it again. Our partners at the Pittsburgh Business Times report that smartphones of people with COVID-19 could be used to track where the patient has been. The goal is to determine who's been in close contact with a newly diagnosed person. That would be voluntary. They would not hack into your phone to find this out. State leaders are putting the final touches on their contact tracing plan, and that will be released by the end of the week.
The longer this pandemic goes on, the bigger the impact it could have on local animal shelters. And the CEO of Animal Friends is asking for some help. Animal Friends has cut back on staffing during the outbreak, but the hundreds of animals in their kennels and foster homes still require daily care. The shelter has cut back on services, now offering only critical and life-sustaining operations.
The offerings that we do still have open on a limited basis are adoptions, admissions for more emergent cases, as well as our humane investigations officer is out in the field investigating cases of cruelty, neglect, abuse.
Animal Friends says several of their fundraisers have been canceled as well. If you would like to donate to Animal Friends, we have a link for you on our WPXI News app.
A dog in North Carolina has tested positive for COVID-19. The discovery was made when the family took part in a study at Duke University. And during that study, family members and their pets were tested for the virus. 3 family members and their dog Winston all tested positive.
Dogs are a little unusual that they cough and sneeze in a very strange way. So it was almost seemed like he was very gaggy, and there was one day he didn't really want to eat his breakfast. And if you know pugs, they really love to eat. So that seemed very unusual.
The family says Winston is doing a lot better and was only sick for a few days. Researchers say this appears to be the first time a dog in the U.S. has tested positive for the virus.
Americans are divided on whether they support mail-in voting. According to a new poll from the Associated Press, 47% of Democrats are in favor of mail-in voting, while only 29% of Republicans like that option. Recently, some Republicans, including the president, have said they think mail-in voting is more susceptible to fraud than traditional voting. The Pennsylvania primary is June 2nd, and state and local officials are encouraging more people to vote by mail this year because of the outbreak.
Your forecast today, we are looking at that cloudy sky continuing with chances for rain in the forecast today. Those temperatures climbing close to 60 degrees this afternoon with a southerly wind rate around 5 to 10 miles per hour. It won't be a washout of a day, but if you are heading out, you're going to want your umbrella or a raincoat just in case. Later this evening, we're going to be tracking a chance for some thunder and lightning out of anything that moves across the area. Our latest data has been showing a little bit of energy coming into the atmosphere, by about 7, 8, 9 o'clock or so. You can see a little orange showing up here and there on the screen. That's the model data picking up on some pockets of more moderate to heavy rain, and embedded in that we could have some thunder or lightning. So that's something we'll be tracking, but I don't think at this point we're expecting severe weather. And you can see here at 11 o'clock we're still dealing with some of those showers and heavier pockets of rain moving through the Pittsburgh area. These are going to be lifting from south to north as a warm front is going to be across the area, so it's kind of helping trigger this activity. But as we head into the overnight, we dry things out. It'll be mostly cloudy, and then actually some breaks in the clouds as the sun comes up tomorrow morning, it looks like. It's going to be a warm day, but the clouds do build right back in, and we're going to be bringing in a chance for a few showers here and there by late day and evening. I think the better shot at seeing some more widespread rain and even some thunder will be coming in by Wednesday evening and Wednesday night. Here's Storm Tracker at 5 o'clock. Just shows a little shower up there around Newcastle. That's potentially going to be there, but I think here's the time frame that I'm looking at. About 7 to 8 to 9 o'clock or so by Wednesday. We're looking at the nighttime hours here, and more heavier rain coming into our area. And this is where we're going to have to track that chance for a few thunderstorms as our weather system gets a little bit closer to the area. So as I advance the time clock into 1:30 in the morning Thursday, you can still see some bouts of heavier rain and potentially some thunder as well. So for tonight, we're looking at a pretty mild night, 51 degrees, showers and potentially a thunderstorm this evening. Southeast winds 5 to 10 miles per hour, 51 for Beaver, 50 in Washington. So it's going to be a mild night really all across our area. You can see here our dark walking forecast for tomorrow. We're looking at temperatures still climbing close to 70 degrees, and in fact, I may actually have to bump that latest number up. The latest data coming in actually shows us a little bit warmer than 70. Hey, we'll take it, right, after some cooler days we've been dealing with. Check out the other high temperatures. Mid-70s potentially for Washington, Waynesburg, Morgantown, low 70s, Beaver, and Uniontown. And again, it's not going to be a washout Wednesday either, so pretty good day overall to get outside. Best chance for rain and even a thunderstorm coming in by evening and nightfall. Here's the 5-day forecast with your weekend always in view. And after we get past Wednesday, we're looking at showery skies again Thursday. We're going to cool things back off to a high temperature close to 60 degrees. And Friday, showers around as well, 57. Here's your weekend always in view. It's still looking pretty good. Saturday, dry, 70. More rain coming in on Sunday. Speaking of rain, I'll have an updated look on our rainfall forecast still to come in the next half hour.
Thank you, Danielle. A superstar player makes a great play off the ice. What Gino is doing to help families in Pittsburgh.
We don't have to provide you with alternative solutions. We're going to tell you to leave the store.
This shopper claims he wasn't allowed into a store because he can't wear a mask. We'll have the store's response coming up next.
Breaking News Desk is really an invaluable tool.
You're going to get breaking news as it's happening. You can be assured that everything I tell you is something that's important that's going to impact your day.
We have an anchor now dedicated to following the latest information as it comes in.
I know the neighborhoods, I know the school districts, and that really helps to inform you so that you know if something is going to impact your family.
As soon as she gets that information, the Breaking News Desk is able to go on air, bring that information to you and share it.
That is a resource no one else has. If you see me on the Breaking News Desk, you
Johnson and Peggy Finnegan on Channel 11 News at 5.
State orders require shoppers to wear masks when in a store unless you have a medical condition that prevents you from doing so. But there seems to be some confusion. Matt Simmons says he suffers from PTSD and panic attacks and just can't wear a mask. He says he thought that under the governor's order he could still shop for groceries, but says he was not allowed in the Giant Eagle in Gibsonia. Simmons says he tried to explain to the manager that he was not required to wear a mask.
I provided them with the order from Governor Wolf right from the website, and they choose to ignore it.
Giant Eagle told Channel 11 News we have numerous options in place to best support guests who report a medical condition and appropriately bring it to the attention of store leadership. Simmons claims none of those alternatives were offered to him. He says he was just told to leave and claims the manager called police.
Penguin superstar Evgeny Malkin and his family are helping families at the Ronald McDonald House of Pittsburgh. The donation allowed RMH to fulfill its entire pantry wish list and buy new board games. The organization is currently housing about 20 families. Part of the donation will also be used to provide the families with warm meals. Malkin said he and his wife wanted to do something to help families in Pittsburgh. Roughly 1 in 4 Pennsylvania workers has filed for unemployment, and the system is overloaded.
March 4th was the last income that I received.
What the state is doing to make sure all those claims get processed.
And new at noon, healthcare workers bringing the stress of the job home. How local medical students are helping the helpers.
Channel 11 Morning News and the Breaking News Desk keep you informed on coronavirus. Our anchor brings you the newest updates that happened overnight and explains the impact on your family.
It will put direct payments into your pocket.
Watch Channel 11.
Time of crisis, Pittsburghers always come together.
Racks of clothing and piles of toys are sitting outside Rocky's Cafe for anyone who needs them.
Give them a movie or a book, help them out a little bit.
Channel 11 salutes the helpers.
Watch Catherine Amenta and Gordon Lesh on Channel 11 Morning News.
Breaking now, the state health department has just updated its report on coronavirus cases statewide.
Here's a look at our area. There are 11 new cases in Allegheny County, 1,235 total cases. The health department is reporting 1 new case in Beaver County, 4 new cases in Butler County, and 6 new cases in Westmoreland County. And we have all the county-by-county numbers scrolling at the bottom of your screen.
They instructed me to go to the site every day and file one time to see if it reactivates. I've been doing that for the last 8 weeks.
The stats are astounding. Roughly 1 in 4 Pennsylvania workers has filed for unemployment, and that number continues to grow. The system is totally overwhelmed. Lieutenant Governor John Fetterman posted an apology on Facebook last night saying, quote, "Every day we make progress, every day we let someone down. For that, I'm truly, truly sorry. The day will so come when we're caught up. Thank you for your understanding, and please know it's this administration's top priority." Fetterman ends the post saying that we're trying. We will get through this together. Channel 11's Rick Earl spoke to state leaders about the issues.
Yeah, we're still getting a lot of calls and emails right here in the newsroom about problems with the state unemployment compensation program. Today, the Secretary of Labor said they're doing all they can, but admitted they're nearly a month behind on responding to emails.
And I'll sit there for at least a half an hour and just, while I'm watching the news, I just continuously, redial, and nothing.
James Hairston of Castle Shannon is already in the state unemployment system and even received benefits before the pandemic, but no money and no response since early March, and he's still out of work.
For one of the emails, and they instructed me to go to the site every day and file one time to see if it reactivates. I've been doing that for the last 8 weeks.
Oh my gosh, have you gotten any money?
I haven't gotten not 1 penny at all, and I've just been living totally off of my savings.
And we know that there are people who are frustrated, feeling desperate. We want to help them. We are doing all we can as quickly as we can.
Secretary of Labor Jerry Oleksiak says the department brought in 1,000 additional employees from other departments and 70 retirees to help respond to claims, which soared from 40,000 before the pandemic to nearly 1.7 million. And that has led to an email backlog of nearly a month.
There is definitely a large backlog of emails, about 25 days right now. And we do have additional help coming, as the Secretary mentioned.
And they also said unemployed workers who haven't received a PIN number after 3 weeks should contact the office. They say a wrong address or other inaccurate information could lead to delays. The department so far has already paid out $3.5 billion in unemployment compensation. And they say the unemployed who haven't been able to get through still have time.
If someone hasn't even filed a claim yet because they can't get a hold of us, we will still take those claims.
And the department is in the process of upgrading their computer system in order to expedite claims, but that won't be ready until October. In the meantime, they're reassuring unemployed workers that they'll eventually get to all of their claims. Rick Earl, Channel 11 News.
Pennsylvania has been hit hard by unemployment. We have much more from lawmakers working to sort this all out. Join us for our State of Unemployment special tonight at 7:30. That's on the WPXI News app, WPXI Now.
If you are still waiting for your stimulus money, the IRS says it's improved the Get My Payment website. That site helps people track their stimulus checks. The IRS says the site now has more information about how to sign up for direct deposit to get your money faster. It also now lets people who get Social Security and didn't file a tax return last year track the status of their payments.
A new state task force is being created to address how the outbreak is impacting some of our most vulnerable communities. It's called the Health Disparity Task Force. The fear is the state doesn't have a realistic view on what's happening in lower-income neighborhoods where many people still don't have access to tests. The task force has already met 3 times, saying free testing has to be a priority.
Good afternoon. Hope you're having a great Tuesday. Today's high temperatures will climb close to 60 degrees. It'll stay cloudy with southerly winds at 5 to 10 miles per hour. We'll also be tracking some occasional showers and then some bouts of heavier rain coming in throughout the week. Here's a look at our rainfall forecast through sunrise thereabouts on Thursday. So over the next couple of days, we are still looking at the potential of up to 1 inch of rain through that time period, with more rain to end the week. I'll have updates to that forecast, plus a look at the strong winds in the forecast for Wednesday. Our hour-by-hour wind forecast still to come.
Cyber criminals are taking advantage of your fears. What you can do right now to make sure your information is secure.
Every 10 minutes, Scott and Tricia are going to tell you how to start your day.
You can get a lot of things on your phone when it comes to the weather, but you can't get Scott's expertise. He's trying to narrow in on your neighborhood to let you know what you could expect.
You're going to know what to wear. You're going to know what the kids need to wear.
We call Tricia Pittman our expert for good reason.
You ask Tricia, where is the closure? She knows it, and 3 ways around it.
She's been doing this longer than anybody else. She has a direct pipeline to PennDOT.
They're the best in the city. You're prepared every 10 minutes. From where you live.
Watch Channel 11 News at 5.
You may get bombarded with them every day. Emails that have COVID-19 in the subject line. They're attention grabbing, and that is exactly what cyber criminals want.
A security expert told Channel 11's Jennifer Tomazic what you can do to protect yourself.
If you're watching us and you happen to be checking your email here at the same time, before you click on a link or even a sender's address, hover your cursor over top of it. Cybersecurity experts tell me that way you will know exactly where that link is taking you. And here's why they say it's so important. Right now, phishing is up 600%. Online threats are 6 times higher than normal, and internet usage is up by 17%.
And what that really equates to is the fact that there's more opportunity for, a breach or a cyber attack to happen, both to businesses and personally.
So Greg Pack with PGH Networks, a local IT company, says you have to be proactive to outsmart the cyber criminals.
If you remember nothing else from this conversation, remember two-factor authentication. It's so important because a username and password only goes but so far.
Greg says that two-factor authentication is what will give you the extra layer of security. He says you can find it in the security section of most social media and email accounts that you have. As far as passwords go, Greg says don't let websites remember your passwords, but a password manager on your mobile device is okay. And don't use the same password twice. For example, if a hacker gets into your email,
And once I'm in there, I can look through your inbox to see, oh, well, she has a banking statement from this bank and a credit card statement from here, and it says pay bill. You can go ahead and click and go right to that site. And now once you're on that site, hey, the password's probably the same password.
Usually, Greg tells me that these hackers actually get your password from a big data breach, so this might be a good reminder. Maybe change your password. Make sure that is unique for every single thing you're registered for. Jennifer Tomazik, Channel 11 News.
Healthcare workers bringing the stress of the job home. How local medical students are helping the helpers.
No, you have a lot of questions.
In a little more than 2 weeks, some counties will reopen and some won't.
If the rate of infection holds up in our area, we could see some movement in reopening.
Stay with Channel 11 for answers about corona.
Near you, Channel 11 is there.
Aliquippa, Coraopolis, Moon. We cover news everywhere you live.
That's what makes Channel 11 News different.
We're in McCandless, Cranberry, Butler. For news from where you live,
watch Channel 11 News at 5.
Pittsburgh's Chief Meteorologist Stephen Cropper tracking the weather in your neighborhood.
health workers on the front lines have given up time with their families to save lives. It's something that really hits close to home for college medical students, knowing one day they could be put into similar situations. Channel 11's Mike Holden has more on a new movement to help the helpers.
Healthcare workers are bringing the stress of the job home with them each and every day. And med students, well, they have taken notice. They're hoping to lighten the load and give back to them in a big way. Helping the helpers, that is the mission of the Pittsburgh COVID Sitters. The nonprofit, originally out of Minnesota, is made up entirely of college medical students. Witnessing the impact of the coronavirus pandemic firsthand, these med students formed a team of volunteers that helps lighten the load of doctors, nurses, and other healthcare workers. Matched through the Pitt COVID Sitters website, the Pittsburgh COVID Sitters go to the frontline workers' homes to babysit, help with schoolwork, complete daily chores, and even grocery shop for them while they're caring for sick patients. Julia Schmutz and her fellow classmates from Ross University of Medicine have also partnered with the University of Pittsburgh medical students to make the greatest impact possible in our area.
And we try to match multiple volunteers to one healthcare worker family. And in this way, it's not too much of a burden for any one volunteer because these healthcare workers, most of them need a whole work week of help.
And if you're looking to sign up for the program, just head on over to WPXI.com and the WPXI News app. You can find a link on both. But that's not the end of this story. Starting at 5 o'clock on Channel 11 News at 5, we're diving deeper into how you can get involved in efforts. That's all starting at 5. Reporting this afternoon, Mike Holden, Channel 11 News.
It could be several more weeks until gyms in our area can reopen, and local gym owners say they're struggling to stay in business. Nicholas Alaus, who owns Fit Body Boot Camp in Cranberry, says dozens of customers have canceled or frozen their gym memberships.
You know, when we can't open our doors, we're going to be extremely strict, because the last thing we need to do is harm anybody. We need to be as safe as we can.
Alaus says that he's ready to follow any safety protocols from the state when they can reopen. He also plans to keep offering virtual workouts in case some members are uncomfortable working out in a public gym right away.
It's going to be a cloudy day with southerly winds 5 to 10 miles per hour and temperatures climbing up close to 60 degrees. We are looking at occasional showers in the forecast. Our storm tracker maps show that, but definitely it will not be a washout. So you can go about your outdoor plans, but just have an umbrella with you in case. Here's 4:30 in the afternoon, mostly cloudy to cloudy. And later this evening, we're going to have another shot at seeing some showers and actually some heavier downpours, I think. Areas in orange show that in Washington County around 7 o'clock. Could have some lightning, some thunder as well. This activity will move from south to north along a warm front that we have across the area. You can see here by 9 o'clock a little heavier shower up around Uniontown and western Fayette County. Here's 11 p.m. We have heavier showers around the Pittsburgh area and out toward Beaver County as well. So some lightning, some thunder, potentially, definitely some heavier downpours coming through the area during this time frame, and we'll keep you updated on what we are seeing as we get a little bit closer. During the overnight, we dry things out. It'll be mostly cloudy. We'll have some breaks in the clouds for your Wednesday morning, perhaps even a little sun peeking through as the sun comes up, but we do expect clouds to be quick to move back in on Wednesday, and perhaps, or potentially, that is, a couple of showers up across our northwestern counties during the afternoon on Wednesday. Model's been showing that, but I think a lot of locations do stay dry until we get into the evening, because during the evening time frame on Wednesday, once again, we're looking at that chance for heavier downpours. Here's 8:30, Butler, Pittsburgh, Washington, and Beaver all dealing with some heavy downpours. And this is because we have that low pressure system getting closer to the area. As that happens, we are kind of generating the ingredients, if you will, to give us this heavier downpour as well as that potential for some thunderstorms. Now, at this point, I'm not expecting to see widespread severe weather, but of course, we will keep you updated on how everything unfolds. Still, though, we are looking at pockets of heavy rain through late Wednesday night and early Thursday morning. There's 1:30 in the morning on Thursday, so we are looking at some pretty heavier rainfall. I showed you earlier the rainfall forecast up to 1 inch of rain through Thursday morning. So we're looking at Tuesday and Wednesday tonight, and then Wednesday night is the chance for having some lightning and some thunder. The wind is really going to be ramping up. We're looking at winds tomorrow morning at 10 to 15, increasing throughout the day. As you see in our wind forecast, winds sustained up around 20 miles per hour with higher gusts to 30. Tonight, temperatures pretty mild at 51 degrees, and we're looking at upper 40s and low 50s all across our area. 70 degrees tomorrow, and we may actually have to bump that temperature up because it's going to be a warm one, and our latest data shows we could even top out a little bit higher than that. So windy day, a warm day Wednesday, not a washout. Late day, evening, showers, thunderstorms potentially coming into the forecast. Tomorrow, low mid-70s for places like Washington and Morgantown and Uniontown as well. Here's the 5-day forecast with your weekend always in view. We're going to cool things off as we head into the end of the week, and the weekend is still looking pretty good, at least the first part on Saturday. Highs in the 70s.
Now here's Lisa Robertson with today's Steals and Deals.
Hi, I'm Lisa Robertson here with Local Steals and Deals, where we love nothing more than finding these small companies with fabulous ideas and introducing you to them. It's like a discovery tour, and I love that. The small company we're talking to today is Lotus Trolley Bags, and Jen and Farzan are the founders, and they're joining us. Hi, guys.
Hi, Lisa.
It is so good to see you. Tell us about this concept.
You know, we were frustrated in our own home with all the plastic bags and cheap reusable bags. They just cluttered my closet and grew mold, and I always forgot them. So we wanted to come up with something that would completely solve for that.
Well, this solves for that and a lot more. So help us understand what kind of getting in the set and how it all works.
So 4 bags, they spread right out in your cart, so you have 2 hands to pack and organize your groceries. There's a deep insulated cooler bag that keeps all your frozen items cold. And the purple bag, my favorite, has pockets to secure 2 dozen eggs and sleeves for your wine and bottles so you never break those items again. Once you're at your trunk, you just Velcro them and the handles and lift them right out.
Wow. See, I love that because then it serves the function while I'm in the store, so I'll remember them, which is always good. I know we also have produce bags, right?
Yeah, these are matching set of Lotus produce bags. These are washable, reusable hundreds of times, great for all your fruits and vegetables, eliminates all that plastic bag waste. The average family uses over 1,500 plastic bags a year. This one set can help eliminate all of that waste.
Holy Toledo. So I love both sets. I love the concept of protecting the environment and being more organized. And I also love the fact that you have been kind enough to offer us 40% off. I love that. It's a fabulous idea. You can find that on localsteals.com, by the way. And at Local Steals and Deals, we're going to be looking for more great companies to introduce you to next time.
From one pandemic to another, how this couple's engagement is forever connected to the 1918 Spanish flu.
You put on Channel 11 Morning News. There is a team that has been working all night to get you the news you need.
The news doesn't stop. We don't stop.
I know you have a busy morning. I'm a mom, too, and you're doing 1,000 different things.
We want to make sure you know everything you need to know to get prepared for your day as you head out the door.
You're going to get weather and traffic every 10 minutes. Jennifer is going to tell you the breaking news as it's happening.
We're not repeating the same stories over and over. We're digging for those new details.
You can be assured that you're going to get all the information you need before.
More news happening in Allegheny County.
The Pentagon has released 3 short videos showing some very odd things flying in the sky. The video was captured by Navy service members. It shows what appears to be unidentified flying objects moving very fast. This was first released by a private company last year. So now the Pentagon decided to officially release it as well to show that the footage is real and that there is no more to see than what you see there. But what you see is actually quite a bit.
Lots of questions there. Well, now to a story of a California couple brought closer together. They just got engaged with a century-old family heirloom dating back to the time of the 1918 Spanish flu. The San Diego couple had been dating for 3 years. The groom-to-be was planning on proposing, but with all the jewelry stores closed due to the virus, he didn't have a ring. That's when he remembered his great-grandmother's ring from 1918. And he put it to good use last Friday.
He was already on his knee, and he started giving this beautiful speech, and I started crying a little bit. Yeah, it was a surprise. I didn't know it was going to happen in the middle of a quarantine.
Well, why not? He had also planned to propose in his apartment because of the stay-at-home order, but San Diego lifted some restrictions, so he seized the day, and we wish them well. That's all for Channel 11 News at noon. Our next newscast comes up tonight at 5 o'clock.
Thanks for watching.
So much new information out there about the coronavirus. At Channel 11 News, we're here to help you make sense of it all. With what's happening now,
How will Pennsylvania reopen?
impacts on our economy,
Stimulus checks are beginning to hit people's bank accounts.
and what's next to keep you safe.
You'll be able to drive into this Rite Aid and to get tested.
We're committed to bringing you the latest updates as we work to get through this crisis. For details you can trust, watch Channel 11 News every day at